Another one is the stigmatism around adoption.
Yeah.
We're always told it's a blessing, it's this amazing thing, but it comes from hurt, from an imperfect life, an imperfect situation, trying to make it a perfect situation. Hey YouTube, I'm Jay.
And I'm Em.
And you're watching M and J. Please like, subscribe, comment down below to see this channel grow and help the content. Please enjoy the video.
Thanks.
So throughout me and Emma's time being adopted, we have been asked numerous questions, and a lot of the questions repeat themselves. And so today we're going to make a video about these questions.
So get ready. Frequently asked questions. Number one. What is the hardest thing about being adopted?
Hardest thing about being adopted, there's two things on my mind, is one, transracial adoptions will be a different video, and two is community. There's a lot of different communities out there, and one of those communities is adoption. And so having other people around you that were also adopted, going through the same things as you have, or similar things, is really important. And so that for me is one of the hardest parts about adoption. Another one is the stigmatism around adoption.
Yeah.
We're always told it's a blessing, it's this amazing thing, but it comes from hurt, from an imperfect life, an imperfect situation, trying to make it a perfect situation. Emma's example, hers was from birth, but she had a lot of questions, a lot of baggage that she had not knowing her family. Me, knowing my family and having trauma from them, now I have my own baggage and my own questions. So trauma, hurt comes from adoption.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but I would say 98% of the time, there's always these questions.
Right, and I rolled my eyes at that statement that, oh, you're just so blessed to be adopted. Not because it's not good to hear, it's, I'm sure, a good reminder sometimes, but because it is. I think we need to remember that it is a blessing, and I think that that's kind of a given statement. But then with that, it almost feels sometimes really invalidating for adopted kids or kids who are in foster care, because then it's like, oh yeah, why am I not happy about it then? Or why am I feeling all these really negative emotions if I'm blessed, So yeah, I mean, it's a great statement. It just can be a little wonky sometimes.
So back to the community thing, to finish off the question, is that community is very important for you guys as parents and or if you're an adoptee watching this. It is good for you, and it helps normalize and deal with the different things that go on with adoption. So community for the parents, community for the kids, really helps adoption. It helps the family mesh better, and just help the adoptee and the parents just vibe better.
We love a good vibe. Second question, what, if anything, made you feel supported as an adopted child? Oh, that's like a question.
Definitely, like I said, community before, but more support would be having an open and safe place to discuss what is going on. And so having that opportunity to sit down with my parents and tell them my life story, what's going on, how I feel, why I do certain things, and that would help the situation out 100%.
Yeah, I would say my adopted parents helped a lot, just make me feel supported. They normalized that I was adopted right away. They didn't hide it. They were very open about it. And then honestly just admitting when they didn't know what to do, or admitting that they really, they didn't know what to do. That really helped me, because in a way it made it seem like, oh, thank goodness, okay, I'm not the only one struggling with this, or I'm not the only one that can feel overwhelmed by these emotions that I'm feeling. And so sometimes it's okay to admit to your child, like, hey, I don't really know what you're going through right now, but I want to be there for you, and I want to help in any way if I, that I can, and if I can't, well, let's find someone for you that can. Yeah.
And it's always okay to normalize getting professional help. A lot of people think it's still taboo, or they're not comfortable with it, but sometimes it's the best thing for the child and maybe for the parents is to get professional help early too. Not saying that you have to go on medications or anything like that. I'm just saying that professional help, therapists, really help that kid out, help them voice what's going on, and help them translate to the parents what's actually going on with their child.
And as someone who is a therapist, I agree. Yeah, I think it's really important. I think, normalizing those feelings, and like you said, nothing wrong with a little professional help if needed. And on to that, next question. What is something you wish people knew about being adopted?
Good question. Something that I wish people knew about adoption was the behind the scenes. Right? Just the behind the curtain. This is why we made this YouTube channel, to go through those things that other people don't understand or have questions about that make up this person's life.
Yeah, just even the family dynamics. I think that can just be something that switches so drastically that really isn't talked about. Like, you come from a big family, so how is that, implementing 3 more people to this already big family, or things like that. And so there's a lot of emotional things that go into it, and there's a lot of just dynamics that really aren't talked about that I'd like to see more of, for sure.
And if you guys have questions about family dynamics, please leave it in the comments below, and then we can answer those questions and maybe possibly even make a video off of it.
Yeah.
So the next question I have is, what advice do you have for those adopting?
I would say be honest with yourself when you don't know the answer. Be willing to have difficult conversations with your adopted kids or kids who are in foster care. And honestly, just kind of be ready to be the punching bag sometimes. I know that sounds really scary, and I promise it's not. You'll see a good result at some point, hopefully. But I think, just being willing to take a verbal hit once in a while when your child's trying to figure out their icky emotions. And then lastly, honestly, just being there for them. I like that quote that 90% of parenting is showing up. And I think that that's very accurate. And I think that not only is that applicable in parenthood, but also just parenting adopted and foster care kids, and not treating them different if you have biological kids. I think that's a huge thing as well. Realizing that they are a gift, and yes, it is a blessing, but that also is going to come with some challenges as well, as with any child, biological or not.
So if you want to learn more about our life story, please hit this video right here, and then you can learn more about us and also our life story. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. Have a great day.
Thanks for watching.